The blizzard descended upon testing ground Theta 7 with merciless fury. Wind speeds exceeded 200 km per hour, and the temperature plummeted to -60°C. The Galactic Survival Committee had designed this test to evaluate species adaptability in extreme conditions, and representatives from 12 worlds had gathered to prove their worth. Commander Thor of the Krellian Empire stood confident in his thermal exosuit, its advanced heating coils humming with power. Beside him, Ambassador Thrila from the aquatic Marshani wore a specialized containment suit that maintained her body's moisture levels. The Vograth delegate, covered in thick fur, seemed the most naturally prepared. And then there was Dr. Sarah Chen, the human representative. She wore nothing but layered clothing, thick boots, and a peculiar smile that unnerved the other delegates. When the test administrator announced the commencement, the aliens immediately activated their technological safeguards. Sarah simply picked up her shovel and walked into the screaming white void. 30 minutes into the test, Thor's exosuit began faltering. The extreme cold was draining its power cells faster than anticipated. Thrila's containment suit developed frost along its seams. Even the Vograth's natural fur proved insufficient against the relentless wind. Through the swirling snow, they could barely make out Sarah's figure. She was cutting blocks. Cutting blocks from the very element trying to kill them all. What is the human doing? Thrila's translator crackled through the interference. She appears to be building something, Thor replied, his mandibles chattering despite his suit's best efforts. Within an hour, Sarah had constructed a dome-shaped structure from compressed snow blocks. The other delegates, now desperately struggling against hypothermia and equipment failure, watched in disbelief as she carved an entrance tunnel and crawled inside. The Vograth delegate collapsed. His rescue beacon activated automatically, and the test proctor immediately teleported him to safety. One by one, the other delegates began failing. Thor's exosuit gave a final warning beep before shutting down completely. He too vanished in a shimmer of emergency extraction. Only Thrila remained outside, and only barely. Her suit was nearly frozen solid when she saw something impossible, light emanating from Sarah's snow structure. And was that smoke? The human emerged from her shelter, completely unbothered, and walked through the blizzard to Thrila's position. Need some help? Sarah shouted over the wind. Before Thrila could respond, Sarah grabbed her and dragged her toward the igloo. Inside, the Marshani's frozen eyes widened. A small fire burned in the center, its heat trapped by the insulating snow walls. The interior was warm, impossibly, wonderfully warm. Sarah had even arranged ice blocks as seating. She pulled out a thermos and poured hot liquid into a cup. Coffee, she offered. When the other delegates were revived in the medical bay, they accessed the test footage in stunned silence. The recording showed Sarah, 2 hours into the test, sitting comfortably in her igloo, running educational videos on her tablet. She was giving herself a lecture on advanced thermodynamics. Fascinating, Thor muttered, watching the human explain heat retention principles to herself while the blizzard raged futilely outside. Her species doesn't just survive extreme conditions. They learn from them. In them. The test administrator updated his report, humanity, the only species to turn a survival test into a classroom. Evaluation, terrifying. Recommendation, never underestimate their ability to make themselves comfortable anywhere in the universe. Sarah Chen passed the test with the highest score in Galactic Committee history. Her igloo stood for 3 days after the blizzard ended, and she left a sign outside it, Human Embassy, always open. Free coffee inside.